Question is, social learning has been on the scene for a few years now. What are your thoughts around social learning? For example, is it here to stay, or is it just a passing trend that we'll see disappear? Has your organization incorporated social learning in its curriculum, and if so, how successful has it been, and if not, why not?
We at Lowe's have a social network called Connections. It's kind of our internal Facebook. And what it does is it allows those to learn from each other, but it also allows me to push out learning, and it allows me to use it as a performance support tool when necessary. But I love the fact that they learn from each other, they share with each other. There's a plumbing community, for example, of our sales associates in the plumbing department that share their knowledge and their best practices, and help each other succeed and help each other win at work. So I think that social networking is here to stay, and the challenge for leaders is not to try to control it necessarily, but allow it to happen and allow it to enrich each other and help each other learn. But we don't limit the communities that are established. Communities form around things that they want to discuss and talk about and learn about.
The challenge, especially for a company like Bank of America, which is pretty conservative, is that the kind of social media in general it's pretty immature for financial services. I know the demand is there within the organization. Do not have that. We're just starting to get that, and my expectation is that once we launch more of an internal Facebook or LinkedIn approach, that social learning will start to take off. A few months ago, we had kind of a My Development session that was extremely well done within learning. Also, we had some HR team members in that as well. But during those sessions, people were blogging, people were having conversations, and I think that's just going to accelerate with the millennials joining the workforce in greater and greater numbers.
We're still not there yet. I think there's a lot of opportunity. And to your point, I mean, since Albert Bandura, we've been talking about social learning. Now we're just doing it in a different medium. So I think our job is to support what goes on in the organization in terms of social learning, peer-to-peer learning. It is not necessarily to engineer it and make it happen. I think it'll happen naturally because I think people are curious naturally and they want to find the answer to things.
We really have not done a lot with social learning. But when you think about social learning, if you just take the tool piece out of it and you think about people coming together to learn in just even casual environments, I think we do encourage that a lot. We may have projects associated with training classes. We've got a very robust mentoring program at Duke where people come together to learn from each other, as well as all the employee resource groups. So I think you take the tool piece out of it. We do have social learning that's happening. I agree with you guys that it's something that our younger workers are definitely wanting.